Hello. Black on brass will save your ass. I'm reliably informed by Captain Electro, and this is indeed an inspirational statement. Welcome to Wabi Sabi Wednesday. Thank you to my dear wife for the concept. She asked me, so what else is there? You did your trapping Tuesday. What's this? Some Warncliffe Wednesday. She mentioned it. Then she said Wabi Sabi Wednesday. I'm like, great, that works. I'm actually working on a Wabi Sabi project at the moment, so I can make a little update on that. This razor knife I'm preparing for the venerable Captain Electro, and he will be sending me a coin knife in return. So, yes, I had the novel concept of making an electrical hazard warning sign escutcheon. And so this is as far as we've gotten. Oh, yes, right. This is the show side. So kind of as I explained in my previous video, this is nested in such a way that now these guys can't pop out. They're like wedged in. So once it's glued on, there'll be no risk of any of these bits falling out, It'll have to be the whole thing popping out, which could, of course, still be conceivable. The lightning bolt. I got it, Marty! The only thing that could save us now is a bolt of lightning. What did you say, Doc? A bolt of lightning. It was a lot too big to start out. And it's getting smaller. I think I will be able to get it in there. The key measurement here really is the cross part. The kind of cross piece, As long as that fits in, everything else can be made smaller to fit. So yeah, I think we're good on this piece. And this is taken this way from the scale. It's like thickness-wise. And I kept it plenty thick this way. So down here, I'm going to bevel it pretty much like a knife. I'm going to bevel it to 0 so that it will definitely go through and be a good fit. Down here you can see the super glue and baking soda that I used for the incrustation. So I didn't get a very good fitment on that middle triangle, but it'll all blend in, and it's Wabi Sabi, right? You look at that, you say, hey, wow, that looks cool, kind of cartoony, and then you can look in closely and see all the flaws and be like, wow, this was made by hand by someone who struggled really hard to get it as good as they did. Because it ain't perfect. So, not much more to say about that for now. I'm wondering how I'm going to actually make the cuts in here. Possibly I've actually already come upon the solution, because I guess, as same as with before, I can cut in from the back and it can be oversized. And as long as, it's the right shape around the front here. So I just need a sharp knife. I have been using the sander knives for whittling on this stuff. And so I sharpened this one up today. Well, sharpened. It's kind of hard to get it really sharp. But even if it doesn't feel that sharp, it's amazing what it'll do. So, yeah, there are points here where I don't even really have a file that's fine enough to get into those angles there. So I'm going in with the knife, like this. I won't do any more of this on camera because I really don't want to mess this up now. But yeah, for whittling on this material, I was using my other sander knife just because it's really, really sharp and very slender. The slip joint one. But this you could get away with using a regular blade steel to work on it, I reckon. And yeah, so maybe this knife here that I pulled out for Wabi Sabi Wednesday could be a good one, because it's got the nice, sharp, robust tip on it there, low point. Kind of a lamb's foot profile, if you will. Not a lot of taper this way. I neglected to mention that part of my pedantic lamb's foot exposition the other day. But a lamb's foot, straight edge, straight spine, taper in towards the point. A sheep's foot, there is no taper. The straight edge and the straight spine run parallel. And a ram's foot, the taper is out the way. Here we have some of the original etching, Zollinger Wertarbeit. And here we have, off the original razor scale, this Weltschliff. This is lilac wood. That was where the pith was there. Pinned, I guess, with lilac pins. This one presumably was really just to hold the scales together for decorative purposes, because the tang doesn't go that far. Cool, yeah, made it. Haven't used it that much. I have a few of these razor knives I can use, but why don't we just make a quick little knife handle? Quick little kind of a, maybe kind of like a Mora style. Bit of a Coke bottle vibe, maybe, in the side profile here. Trying to make a really quick knife handle. I don't usually make knife handles in whatever, a couple of minutes, but that'd be a good skill to have. If I can make a blade in 20 minutes and stick them together in 5, I could go pro. This is ash, well seasoned, very tough. Well, it's a nice straight grain in it. Well, you know, it occurs to me that I'm not going to make anything really resembling an attractive knife handle on the camera right now. This is probably also explains why I do usually take my time over it. But let's just finish beavering this thing off. Maybe have a fiddle with it. Tough. could put a lot of power into this blade with this big chunky handle, but it's maybe like it's just a little bigger than really necessary. Man, well, I'll give you a notion how tough this stuff is. Ugh. That won't break. Did I crack it? Alright, you know what? Screw this. I'm sweating. There you go. A knife handle. Thanks for watching.